I am here to share a little secret with you. The secret is that you cannot hate yourself into healing. If you are dealing with any chronic disease or unwanted symptoms, anything in your health, be it just a general malaise or mental health challenges that is bringing you down, you will not be able to overcome that if you are coming from a place of hate. I work with a lot of clients, and the ones that are really perplexing me right now are the ones that have so much hate and disdain for themselves and where they're at. And it's part of my job to help them overcome that as they do look to heal. But since I'm seeing this so often in my own practice, I wanted to bring it forth and talk about the fact that healing and getting better and conquering our health challenges comes from a place of love and acceptance and understanding. That's the only way that it's sustainable and that you're fixing problems at the root, down below, where they happen. So if you find yourself talking down or poorly to yourself, or getting mad at yourself for cheating on your diet, or not taking your supplements, or not taking your herbs, or not doing a workout, or not doing a workout well enough, whatever it is that you find yourself kind of fighting with yourself about, I want you to take a step back. And I want you to do some just general observations, some very loving, non-judgmental observations about where your want to change is coming from. And I will give you an example. I spent many, many years of my life trying to lose weight. And I did it from a place of hatred. I did it from the perspective that I didn't love my body. I didn't love where I was at life. I didn't love the way things I was doing made me feel. I was mad at myself and upset, and I blamed myself. And I took those emotions and those feelings into the changes I tried to make. So every Monday, my diet would start over. I would cut out all the crap. And then, I would go too far, and it wasn't sustainable. And, I had this all or nothing mentality because changing felt so important to me. Being anyone but who I was right then felt so necessary because I did not like who I was. And so when I would engage in these unsustainable practices out of hate, and I wasn't truly fueling my body properly or caring for my body properly, I was trying to use willpower or bully myself into doing things a certain way and a certain reason, I found that I would fall off the wagon, I would hate myself even more, and then I would go even harder, restricting and cutting out and removing, just trying to use my willpower, no love, acceptance, awareness, or understanding of the why of what was happening. And inevitably I would, fall off again. And then it started this vicious cycle that kept me in a place of depression and anxiety and not losing weight, or losing weight and gaining weight and losing weight and gaining weight. And nothing I did was sustainable. When we need to make health changes, it is not willpower that gets us there. It is not bullying ourselves into changing that gets us there. True lasting health, true sustainable changes come from love. They come from a place of acceptance and abundance and getting glimpses of what feels good and wanting more of that and trying to generate more of that. Now, I don't have to bully myself or use willpower to eat well. I want to do it naturally because I tuned in and I started feeling what it felt like to live one way and then the other. And I choose to live this path out of love. I choose not to do things like drink alcohol out of love, not out of hatred, not out of deprivation, not because I have to make a great sacrifice to be where I want to be. I do it because I love myself and I love how I feel when I engage in certain practices. And when I can tune into that and meet myself with that grace and that love and that acceptance and just that foundation that we need to create sustainable change, then I know it's easy. It's easy to give up the things that I used to love or once thought I loved, like alcohol or sweet or bread or whatever it is. So many people feel like if they give up things that they're depriving themselves, that it's not sustainable, that they can't make these changes. And it comes from that paradigm and that thought of lack, of fear, of scarcity, of if I take away this out of my life, like that's one less thing I have in my life, one less joy, one less indulgence. where when you shift your perspective to one of love and abundance and the grace and the joy and the acceptance, then you make these changes because you want to and because they feel good, and because not making them feels bad, like in your body. Like you start to, like, you don't have to bully yourself into giving anything up. You just have to tune in to know, when I eat a certain way, I feel a certain way. And because I love myself and I love the life that I have when I feel good, I'm going to choose more of that and less of that. I'm going to cultivate more of these feelings because they feel good, because I love them, because I love myself, because I love who I am when I show up feeling good. And that doesn't take willpower. That doesn't take pure, sheer discipline. That doesn't take hatred. It's natural. It's the natural state we want to be in. And the more we promote that, and the more we sit in that, and the more we generate that, the easier it is to do things like eat healthy, work out, take nasty herbs every day, whatever it is. Doing it from a place of love makes it sustainable. It makes it last. And it makes it feel like a journey you want to be on instead of a punishment you have to be on. So what I want you to just take from this video overall, because I'm going to stop rambling, you cannot hate yourself into changing. You cannot hate yourself into healing. You cannot hate yourself to health. If you want to overcome what you're dealing with in a true sustainable way, you want to be free of it, you want to feel good, you want to have the light and the love and the energy to show up in this world authentically, it starts with love. It starts with loving yourself where you are right now in this moment. It starts with accepting yourself as you are right here in this moment. No judgment, no wishing you were elsewhere, just being with who you are and where you are, and finding feelings of compassion for that. Finding feelings of okayness with that. And then you build on that. You start making choices, you start zeroing in, and you start feeling how you feel when you act this way, when you sleep this way, when you eat this way, or when you don't. And you start getting these glimpses, these really nice feelings. Maybe your chronic symptoms go away for a minute. Maybe your migraine subsides for a minute. Maybe you start seeing the weight loss you wanted. Maybe nothing changes, but you just feel better somehow. And that alone gives you the hope and the strength and the courage to keep going. Chronic health issues, mental illness, depression, anxiety, weight issues, they can bog us down to the point of some pretty low places. And I want you to know that they don't have to. And the support and the love that you can generate alone from yourself can make or break your healing journey. It can absolutely revolutionize where you're at and where you're going. It also really helps to work with a practitioner who has a regulated nervous system and an abundance of love and space for you. I want to say I work with so many people, and I've been there myself, who try to use the hate as the fuel, and it never works. So if you're interested in a new paradigm shift and a new way of healing, it starts with love. And I would love if you subscribed and joined us on this journey, and left us comments or reached out to me personally, because I would love to hear what you're experiencing, what you're dealing with, what your challenges are when it comes to finding wellness and to living well, because that is what we are here to revolutionize. We are here to stop the suffering that so many people feel so deeply every day. We are here to transform that. So join us.